Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today we are saying goodbye to the Leander, the Tier 6 British cruiser, and I am definitely looking forward to the Fiji and all the way up to the Minotaur. Now, as I pointed out previously, I did get on the public test server and I tried out the Minotaur, and I love the Minotaur. I'm afraid, I don't know why I stuttered there, I'm afraid that the Minotaur is going to get nerfed. I really am thinking that's going to happen. We'll see what Wargaming decides, the almighty Wargaming decides. But anyway, we are saying goodbye to Leander, and she is a fun ship. She's a lot better than the Emerald, but she's still kind of in that iffy. She's like the teenager. She's kind of very awkward sometimes. So she's fully upgraded, so let's quickly look at the stats. Hit points, you have 28,700. Once again, your armor profile is kind of thin, obviously. But your citadel does sit lower, so I mean, that is one thing you have going for her. Artillery, you have 4 main guns, 2 dual guns on each turret. 152 millimeters, and they're the special AP shells, and they're great if you can hit broadside, but if they start to angle, yeah, it's not so great. You have 4 dual secondaries, and they will actually get fires for you. So this is the only time you will ever see fires on British cruisers. So main battery guns, firing range is 13.2 kilometers. Not bad, but normally you don't want to be firing at max range because the only damage you'll be getting is plunging fire, which can be beneficial, but sometimes they tend to break. Torpedoes are fantastic. Really fantastic. You have 2 on each side. There are 4 torpedoes, and they have 8-kilometer range with 61 knots with a damage of 15,433. So pretty good. Reload time on the torpedoes is around 96 seconds, so about a minute and 33. Artillery, probably should have pointed out the damage on the reload is 7.5 seconds, and dispersion is 115 meters with a max AP damage of 3,100. So not bad. It's not the greatest in the world, but they're not bad. Not bad. Not bad. AA guns are decent. I will have to say, once you get up to the Neptune and the Minotaur, CVs will be afraid of you, but until then, yeah, you're still kind of very susceptible to being hit with dive bombers or torpedo planes, so do watch out for that. But you have some decent guns. You have 5 Orlikins, 20 millimeters, 4 dual 20 millimeters, 2 quads Bofors, which are fantastic, and then you have your secondaries, which also work as your AA defense. Maneuverability, she's pretty quick, 32.5 knots, around the same speed of the Cleveland. But the benefit of her, obviously, is that she can make those turns, maintaining much higher speed than the Cleveland. Cleveland will slow down immensely when you're doing turns. Turning circle radius is 640 meters with a ruddership time of 6.3 seconds, so not bad. Concealment, 10 kilometers. You only have about 3.7 kilometers of range that you can fire from without being detected. But once you do open fire, you will be detected, so that is something you do have to keep in mind. Use islands for your benefit and whatnot. But detectability range by sea is 6.7 kilometers, so not bad. Now, module-wise, obviously, I went for aiming systems modification 1. I think eventually, once I get up to the Neptune, and this is how I tested with the Minotaur, which is actually kind of nice being able to test these ships out on the public test server. I'm going to switch over to AA Gun Mods 1, which increases the range of the AA guns by 20%. And I might eventually actually go change my captain as well. I'll show you my captain in just a second. The consumables, it's the general use. You have your smoke generators. I would almost always say get the smoke generator because you need it. It saves your life so many times. I wouldn't go for anything else. Then you have hydroacoustics. Hydroacoustics is bad. 2.2 kilometers torpedo detection and 3.96 for ships. So you don't have the German, but it's still always useful, especially if you're sitting in smoke and someone decides to dump torpedoes towards their smoke. Yeah, I've had an instance where I actually forgot to put on my hydroacoustics and I ate some torps. But that's actually not what killed me. It was a detonation. So, you know, realistic gameplay, whatnot. Anyways, commander-wise, obviously, I've gone for basics firing training, expert marksman, superintendent. Vigilance, I think, would be beneficial too, but I like having that additional smoke. I find it really useful. Now, this is kind of where I am just planning ahead. I went for manual fire control for AA armaments, which increases the 100% to average damage per second of AA guns with caliber exceeding 85 millimeters against a priority target. So makes your guns really powerful. You could almost always go for advanced firing training. This increases the range of caliber up to 139 millimeters, and your secondary batteries as well. That would also be beneficial, but like I said, I think eventually I will be getting the module, which will increase my range. But other than that, Leander's pretty good. It's fun. I'm still a bit iffy. I'm looking forward to the Fiji. I've heard it's definitely much improved over the Leander. Like I said, Leander is kind of the teenager, kind of awkward adolescence stage of the British Cruiser Line, but that's just my opinion. So I will see you guys in the replay, and we'll say goodbye to Leander. See you guys there. Alright everyone, welcome back to the last replay that I actually played with the Leander, and I'm really looking forward to moving on to the Fiji. As I pointed out previously, I really want the Minotaur, and I'm definitely looking forward to the Minotaur, so I'm going to try to get up there as quick as I can. But as usual, we'll see how long that takes. Hopefully it won't take too long. So we are playing on shards. On our team we have a Lexington, Turbits, Colorado, Gneisenau, Irp, Takao, Ashigata, Nachi, Leander, 2 Fibukis, Hatsuharu, and a Farragut. On the enemy team there's a Lexington, Amagi, Colorado, Gneisenau, Bian, Takao, Pensacola, Cleveland, Nuremberg, 2 Fibukis, and Mahan. And so I spawned on the far east-hand side, and I'm probably going to move to C, but I don't want to take the direct route there because that's usually what people do. They go to C because there's a cap, and yeah, it's usual. So I am going to take a kind of more detour around these islands because I'm hoping to catch anyone that's going into C on the back foot. So I'm going to see if I can sneak my way around these islands. So that's what I'm going to quickly do. Now our team is considering abandoning A, and the friendly Fubuki is not happy about that, if you can see him in chat. So we can see the enemy team has a Gneisenau, and the Gneisenau is going to start pushing into B, and there we have a Cleveland and a, let's see what other cruiser that's behind him. There's a Pensacola. It looks like they're both going around that island, and I don't really want to mess with both a Pensacola and a Cleveland, especially if I cannot spot if I'm in spoke. So I'm gonna make a change of plans, and I'm gonna come back into sea because I was expecting these cruisers to come around on the north hand side of that island and come around this strait. So I really don't want to try to take on 2 cruisers. You never want a fair fight in World of Warships. You always want an unfair in your advantage. So I'm going to try to slip between these islands, and I learned something new here today. Leander can actually fit between these islands just fine. I was a little concerned about beaching myself, but I think we're able to manage it. Now, unfortunately, the cruisers on the north-hand side, they're not in range. There's going to be a mountain in the way, and doesn't look like any of the enemy DDs actually went to sea, which is fairly surprising because generally a DD will move into sea, especially if you have 3 DDs. Normally you want to send them all to separate cap points to try to capture it, but instead they all went to B. So they're holding B quite firmly, especially with a Gneisenau sitting there assisting, and yeah, we'll see how that turns out for them. So C is captured. I'm late to the party, but that's alright. I'm hoping that I can catch the Cleveland or Pensacola off guard, but still not being able to see them. And watch this Farragut. Watch how silly just here. I'm gonna actually pan the camera because watch this frigate going up against 2 U.S. cruisers. Yeah, really don't know what he was expecting to occur. So I'm gonna start slowing up and pop smoke. But here's the bad thing: frigate, he was spotting the cruisers for me, and that means I can't see. Oh, it'd be nice. Be nice to open fire on that Cleveland or the Pensacola, but instead I'm going to switch my attention to this Gneisenau, who is being highly aggressive. This Gneisenau is probably being way too aggressive, honestly, because he probably won't survive for very much longer. So, I'm gonna start backing up just so I don't have any nasty surprises, because I don't know where the Cleveland or Pensacola is, but I had nothing to worry about. And here comes the Gneisenau. Broadside to us. We should get fairly decent damage. About 2,500 points of damage there. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now, like I was saying, the Leander kind of has an issue, at least I find, actually penetrating sometimes. And we are detected because I do accidentally start backing out of my own smoke. So I'm going to pull forward and get back in. Yeah, you need to pay attention. I'm kind of doing a major no-no right now. I'm not zooming out and paying attention. But not much I have to worry about. Just have to see if I can take out this Gneisenau. Looks like the Hakaym fired torpedoes. I'm like, okay, the Gneisenau is going to be dead. I'm going to switch my attention. Oh, the Gneisenau is not dead. The Hakaym just missed all his torpedo spread at that Gneisenau. I'm like, really? How do you mess that up? He was, what, probably 3-4 kilometers away from you? Something like that. But our smoke is done, so let's go ahead and get moving. There is a enemy Colorado and a Moggy real close by, and I really don't want to deal with them. Really don't want to deal with them. So I'm going to switch my attention to the Cleveland. He's the only ship I'm really able to fire on, and I don't know what this friendly Fubuki, is it a Fubuki? No, it's a Hatsahara. I don't know what he's trying to do, because the Cleveland's moving away, and his torpedoes are never going to actually reach him. Looks like we misjudged our first salvo. Got somewhat decent damage, I guess. But there's a Colorado. I am shitting bricks right now. I'm expecting to be citadeled. Oh, he's not even paying attention to me. Okay, sure. Free damage. Why not? Almost 4,000 points of damage. Not too bad. And the Moggy was paying attention. Ooh, that could have been really bad. But fortunately, all his shots just missed. And there's a Pensacola. And I think it's almost time to start popping smoke. Now, I have learned that whenever you're popping smoke in the British cruisers, they have a very quick laydown on the smoke. So what I've figured out is you need to be around half speed before you even pop your smoke. But there is sometimes a bug where you don't get your second puff of smoke. And that can leave you pretty much sitting out in the open while you're slowing down. You're like, what? Why don't I have any smoke? So, firing at this Pensacola, not really getting the damage I'm wanting. So, gonna switch my attention to this Colorado. This Colorado is pretty much pushing up just like the Gneisenau, and I really want to get some torpedoes off on them. That's what I would love to do. And we are spotted, and this is going to ruin any surprises on catching him unguarded, but we'll see. I'm going to try to play carefully here. Don't want to come around that bend because broadside to a Colorado probably will over-penetrate, but I do not want to chance it. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of swing in. And yep, I'd rather have the opportunity to get behind an island, something solid, just in case I do need it. And let's go ahead, possibly drop some torpedoes. Colorado is just sitting really close. And nah, not even worth it. He's way too close. He's burning. He's going to go down here fairly quickly. And there's a enemy Fubuki. I would love to take care of this Fubuki if all possible, because the Fubuki can do pretty good damage. And the enemy Fubuki does take out our friendly Fubuki. So our team, I mean, yes, we do have ANC, but we're losing ships fairly quickly. Don't know exactly what's happening. Don't know where I was going with that thought, but anyways, that's all taken care of. We have a battleship actually sitting at sea, a battleship sitting all the way by our carrier. I don't know what these guys are doing. I really don't know. But it looks like the Hatsuharu has made his way up to the enemy CV, so that's a good thing, I guess. Now, right now, I'm trying to be careful. There is an Amagi. I do want to get some shots on this Fubuki, see if I can take him out. And let's open fire. Nice thing about the Leander's AP is you don't get that over penetration like you normally do whenever you're firing at it from a normal cruiser. And we are spotted, and it looks like the friendly CV is trying to take out the Fubuki as well. And I'm going to fire one last salvo and to go ahead and pop smoke because I'm kind of sitting in the open, and this is where you don't want to be. Because you can see someone is already raining fire on us. Okay, good. We're able to dodge it. And there is an Amagi. Now, the Leander's Torpedoes has a 8-kilometer range, and firing single spread has its advantage and disadvantage. Advantage, if your first torpedo missed, more than likely all your other torpedoes will miss as well. So that's something you do have to keep in mind. But we'll see if we can hit this Amagi. Now, he was in a turn, and now he is at least at full speed, or very close to it. And there we go. Nice broadside. Let's see if we can actually land a good hit. Looks like we might get one torpedo. We'll take that. About 8,000 points of damage. Leaves him very, very low on health. And the enemy CV does drop torpedoes, but the Amagi does miss them. And you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's run an Amagi down. Yep. I am being way too aggressive. And let's see how lucky I am. Now, he is in a turn, so when he does straighten out, his speed is going to increase drastically. But fortunately, he's actually not looking at us, which is fantastic. And it looks like he's actually starting to turn in. Are my torpedoes going to hit? 2, 3. There we go. One dead Amagi. And watch this. Oh. Whose torpedoes are those? Those are the Turpets. Oh. Ooh, that was very, very close. A little bit too close for comfort, to say the very least. Now, the Fubuki is still around and don't know where he is, so I went ahead and popped my hydroacoustics just in case I can catch him on the off guard. And let's see, there's Cleveland showing a beautiful broadside. Let's see if we can get a decent damage roll. That would be fantastic. 4,500 points of damage, not too bad. Can we finish this Cleveland off and get our second kill of the game? 2,000, a little bit less than wanted. And oh no, there's a BN coming. I need to watch out for the BN. Let's take out this Cleveland. Ooh, oh, there we go. Got our second kill of the game, but we are very close to winning, and yeah, unless they can take out a ship, we're going to win this game. So, I'm going to say goodbye to the Leander. She's a fun ship. I do recommend her, but I'm definitely looking forward to the Fiji. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.